The fourth and the biggest problem is the fact that every time I start the car, the volts drop just enough for this unit to shut down completely, as if it wasn't connected to a battery at all. Obviously when the car is running, the volts come back up and this restarts, but it restarts from the very beginning. So it's an absolute pain. I have to go through all the Android setup and then all the apps have to come on. So I really need to do something about that. Right, to stop this unit repowering all the time, come across some information on forums, and they're saying adding a capacitor to the power supply. These little diagrams of how to do it. Capacitor just stores enough energy that when we start the car, it won't rob the system of the full 12 volts and keep the stereo on. So that's how I'm going to do it. Now I've got two capacitors, two 3300s. However, still the same problem. I've got to start the car. Voltage drops off. The unit reboots from the beginning. So it's all a bit of a mess at the moment, wiring wise, because it's just temporarily set up to this new power stabilizer. So it's on. Let's see if it'll stay on when we start the car. Oh, that was so close. That was so close, but still no good. To follow on from our power problem, when we start the car and the stereo keeps rebooting, the interweb came up with the idea of putting a capacitor on, and it was suggested a 2200 microfarad capacitor. So I actually bought a 3300 for a little bit more power, and as we know that didn't work. Another suggestion was to buy a power regulator stabilizer, quite a chunky little thing, not cheap. That didn't work either. Well, I was waiting for that to turn up. I did a bit more research and I found this diagram online which says use what I thought was a 4700 microfarad capacitor. So I ordered something as close as I could, which was 4400. But when I revisited, I actually saw the extra zero, 47,000. So these are the ones that are supposed to work. But I've bought these. I'm going to try them first before I go to the trouble with them. And what I've done, I've just used a chocolate block arrangement. So it's very easy just to swap the capacitors out. Unscrew the terminals, pull the capacitor out, put new ones in. I could even add another one on the end if I wanted to. So this is the setup. Capacitors in parallel. Bought the proper coloured wires, so it's a supply from the harness, supply to the unit, and the earth for the capacitors. Little diode to make sure the power reserve in here doesn't go the wrong way. Stays in the capacitor. So that's what we're going to do. Try these first. To be honest, I don't think they're going to do much. These beauties, I'll probably just try one first, then try two if two doesn't work. So garage next. Okay, we're back in the car. We've got our temporary wiring set up with the two 4400 microfarad capacitors, and now we'll try the car. Suspense is killing me. Oh yes! In beauty! It's worked. So two 4400 microfarad capacitors have done the job. I'm just going to try that again because I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. Let's get this back on. I don't know how long it takes for these capacitors to get the charge back up, but I'll try it now. She's on. She's still working. Well, I'm happy. that's it. I'm not going to put the big capacitors on anymore. This I'll either solder and heat shrink again, or actually I might just mount that on a board. Oh, that's just me, the wires come out. Might just mount that on a board and yeah, put it underneath the dashboard out the way. Hope you found it all useful and you're happy as me that it actually works in the end. Give us a thumbs up please if you did find it useful, and don't forget to subscribe.